Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own colorful boxes using Cricut Design Space. First, you'll want to measure out the size of the sticker that you want. I'm basing all of my sizing on the Happy Planner Classic size. I'm going to start with a square and I'm going to unlock the proportions. Since I'm making these stickers for the vertical planner, I want the sticker to be 1.5 inches wide and 2.5 inches tall. And here you can change the color to any color that you want. You can pick from one of these or click on this plus button and you can select any color here as well. I'm going to make this like a pastel theme, so I'm going to choose this pastel blue. Now I want to add a white box inside so that I can write in it. So I'm going to insert another square, unlock the proportions, and I'm going to make my length and width 0.25 inches smaller than the sticker. So since it was 1.5 inches, I'm going to make this 1.25, and I'm going to make the height 2.25. I'm going to change the color to white, and this is what it'll look like. So since I want this to be exactly in the middle, I'm going to select both. I'm going to go to Align and Align Center. And then once you're happy with it, you can select both again, and on the bottom right, you're going to hit Flatten. That way it won't cut out the white square from the blue. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to add text to this one. So if you go into text, I'm going to go to font and select system because I don't have Cricut access and I don't want to pay for any fonts. And I'm going to choose Arial because I know that everyone has this font and I want to provide a free template for you to use if you're interested. So I'll write to do. Here you can change the font size. I probably want this to be about 25. You just want to make sure that it's smaller than what you're printing this. And change the letter spacing so it's always automatically 1.2, but if you decrease it, the letters get closer together, and if you increase it, the letters get further apart. So I think I'll have it here, but since I want this to be right in the middle, I'm going to select everything and align center horizontally. So, oh, I guess that was in the middle. Okay, let me show you if it was off. So here it is off center, and if I align and center horizontally, it'll move into the middle. Once you're happy, you'll select everything and flatten. So that way the words don't get cut out. Now let's duplicate this one and let's add a semicircle at the top. So I'm going to insert a circle and make sure you keep the proportions locked. I'm going to change the width to 1.5 since that's the width of my rectangle here. And I'm going to change the color to be the same color. So if you choose your own custom color, it'll show up here in material colors. Okay, so I'm going to put this at 0, 0 just so I can align it and cut off half of it exactly. And I'm going to send to back so that it's behind. And I want this to be halfway up the circle. So since my circle is 1.5 inches tall, half of that is 0.75. So when I click on this, I want the Y to be at 0.75. So I have the circle at 0, 0, and I have the rectangle at 0.75. And then once you're happy with it, you'll select both and flatten. So then now the circle won't get cut out, it'll just be included as a half circle like this. If you want to add words to this one, so I duplicated it, I'm going to go into text, and now that I already chose Arial before, whenever I hit text, it'll always be Arial. Let's say notes, and I want this to be 20. Oh, that's a little small, maybe 30? Okay, so I can do this and flatten like this, but you can also add a curve to it. So if you drag this to the right, it'll curve down. So if you see the letters, they're going downwards. If you drag it to the left, it'll curve upwards. So you can choose however you want to do this, and you can be as creative as you want. I think I'll do something like this. And I'm going to select it all and center horizontally again. That way it's more in the middle. Once you're happy, you'll flatten it. So I'm going to duplicate my original box again, and I'm going to add in a picture. So I'm going to go into images, Let's look up flowers. And under ownership, I'm going to look for the free ones. Ooh, this one's really cute. Okay, so I'm going to select this, insert images. Here you can change the color. Let's make it purple. Okay, maybe something like this. And then you can change the size by dragging it, or you can type in your own custom ones here. I would keep it locked just so it doesn't alter the proportions. And using this on the top right, you can rotate it. So let's rotate it like that. And you can align it however you want. And then once you're happy, you can select everything and flatten. You can also make a background design. So I'm going to go into images and I'm going to type in pattern. So there's a lot of free patterns you can choose from. I'm going to choose this chevron pattern. I'm going to insert the image and I'm going to make another box. So my box is 1.5 by 2.5. If you move the box to the back, then you can see like what you're cutting out. So let's do this. And then I'm going to select both and hit slice on the bottom right. So what that will do is slice out the pattern here. So I can delete everything else. And I'm going to insert another box. So 1.5 by 2.5. I'm going to make this white. I have to send it to the back, so that's behind this. And I'm going to select both, align center, and then flatten. And then there's my chevron sticker. You can also add in one of these shapes and add a box like the layering stickers in the Happy Planner. So let's start with the heart. I think in the Happy Planner the width is a little bigger, so I'm going to make this 2. For the color, we'll go back to this blue. And then we're going to add in a square. So I'm going to make it 1.5 by 0.5. So that's like a little thing here. I'm going to make it white. And you can lay this wherever you want. If you want it in the middle, you can align it horizontally here. But I kind of like when it kind of sticks out a little bit. So if you like that, you can select both and flatten. And what I love about this is that there are no rules, so you can make whatever you want. If you want to make one of those small label stickers in the Happy Planner, the width will be 1.5 and the height is 0.75. So I'm going to make this my same blue color and I'm going to add in a square so that I can write in it. And again, you're going to take 0.25 off. So this would be 1.25 by 0.5. Make this white, put it on top, select both, align center, and flatten. When you're laying this out on your mat, one thing to note is that the maximum width is 6.75 inches and the maximum height is 9.2 inches. So what I usually do is just insert a square so that I can put this in the back. So 6.75 by 9.25. Then I'm gonna send to back. This is just so I know this is what I can print on and I can't lay a sticker on like that because it won't cut it out. And if you want, you can also make duplicates of a certain design that you like and lay that out as well. Once I'm happy with how this is laid out, I can select the background and delete it. This is just so I know that the stickers won't be cut off. And once you're happy, you'll select all and attach so that it'll look exactly like this on your mat. So when we go to make it, the layout of the stickers look exactly like how I had it laid out in my project. And that's what happens when you attach them. If you don't attach it, then Cricut will automatically move them to however they see fit. Next, you'll hit continue and then you'll want to print. It's your choice if you want to add bleed. I probably would just because I want the borders to be blue. Bleed just means that it's going to print a little extra, so there'll be a little more blue around the edges. And if it cuts a little off, it'll still look blue. If you don't have bleed on, then let's say it cuts it off here and it's a little off, it's going to be white in that area. I hope that makes sense. So once you're done, you'll hit print. I set my dial to custom on my Cricut Explorer Air 2 and I'm going to select sticky note. I have it starred, so that's why it shows up in my favorites, but if this is your first time doing this, you'll want to select browse all materials and type in sticky note and it'll show up here. Once you have it selected, you'll load this into your Cricut and it'll start cutting for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye!